Hello friends, welcome back to our channel IAS Help Desk. So today we are going to discuss on maternal mortality in India, and this topic is the continuation of the series that we have already started for the government schemes. And now this topic, it is relevant from mainly mains perspective. Also we can expect objective questions in prelims as well. So while moving forward, let's look into some previous year questions to get an idea about how to use this topic. And बहुत बार क्या होता है कि we don't get direct questions from any of the topic that we have already prepared. So we have to make this habit of incorporating these points wherever it is relevant. So in this first question, it talks about analyzing how primary health structure is a necessary precondition for sustainable development. So here, like we can use the data of MMR, maternal mortality ratio, as an example. Example of what? Example to cite that due to positive development in primary healthcare, the recent MMR has declined, and as welfare of a society, it is directly related to the well-being of women, and their empowerment is in every sense. So this is how, by incorporating this point and the data of it, we can actually have an edge in our answer. And now if we move on to the next question, then it says, though women in post-independent India have excelled in various fields, the social attitude towards women and feminist movement has been patriarchal. Apart from women education and women empowerment schemes, what interventions can help change this milieu? So here we can write that improved maternal health benefits the entire society, and so the importance is given in sustainable development goal, and goal in point number 3.1. So इस तरह से, like, you are justifying your point also, that it is not just I am telling, it is something written in sustainable development goal SDG. And again in question number 3 if we see, तो यहाँ पर directly ही पूछ रहा है that in order to enhance the prospects social development, sound and adequate healthcare policies are needed, so particularly in the field of geriatric and maternal care. So the meaning of geriatric means older or elderly people. So it is saying to discuss. So I guess it is understood to everyone now that how to prepare any topic. Maybe it's not connected directly to the question, so you have to have a habit of, incorporating your points wherever you feel you're getting a chance and opportunity to enhance your answers. Now let's move on that why this was in news recently. So recently, as per the latest data, which was released by the Office of the Registrar General of India, it says that India has improved its maternal mortality ratio. And how it has improved? It has reduced the number of deaths to 97 per lakh in 2018 to 20 from 103 deaths per lakh in 2017 and 19. Okay, now let me tell you briefly how maternal mortality ratio is calculated. So the data for 3 years is taken, means 3 साल का डेटा लेकर 1 लाख पॉपुलेशन पे कैलकुलेट किया जाता है, and per lakh, which means in 1 lakh 97 deaths occurred, and this figure has reduced in recent years as in comparison to previous years. यानी कि पहले जहाँ 103 डेथ होते थे in 2017 and 2019 के डेटा में, now it has reduced to 97. So this itself is an achievement for India, because इंडिया के नेशनल हेल्थ पॉलिसी में इंडिया का ये टारगेट था टू अचीव इट बिफोर 2030, टू रिड्यूस द डेथ below 100. So India has achieved it not only below 100, it has come down to 97, and that too in 2023. And that is why India can look forward to achieve the sustainable development goal, which is 70 per lakh live births by 2030. So this is obviously for an achievement for India and a good news. So now let's understand what is maternal mortality ratio And these are something that these are the bullets or points that we are going to cover throughout our discussion. And in that, first is what is maternal mortality ratio. I'll be discussing it, and why it is calculated, what is the importance of it to calculate, and what is the current status, what are the states that are having highest number of death in this maternal ratio, and what are the steps are needed to be taken. So now, what is maternal mortality ratio? It is the annual number of female deaths per lakh live birth from any cause related to or aggravated by pregnancy or its management. And by this, it is specifically mentioned that the death related only due to pregnancy, that is, issues related to pregnancy. Apart from that, no other, like excluding accidental or incidental causes. So, it only includes death during pregnancy or childbirth or within 42 days of termination of pregnancy, irrespective of duration and site of pregnancy for a particular year. Acha, how it is different from maternal mortality rate? As WHO defines, the World Health Organization says the death of a woman while pregnant or within 42 days of termination of pregnancy, that means कि अगर कोई महिला प्रेग्नेंट है और उसके प्रेगनेंसी टर्मिनेट होने के 42 डेज के बाद अगर उसकी डेथ होती है एंड दैट टू प्रेगनेंसी रिलेटेड इश्यूज की वजह से, then that is considered as that data is being recorded as maternal mortality rate, which is different from maternal mortality ratio. Okay, now let's move on why maternal mortality ratio is calculated. So it is important to know that what is the reproductive health of women in our country. Also, the maternal mortality ratio, it is the key indicator of health and socio-economic development. And the maternal health and newborn health are closely linked. How it is linked, we'll discuss it later. Also, under Sustainable Development Goal, reduce the global maternal mortality ratio to less than 70 death per lakh is one of its goals. That means the importance is being highlighted at global level, not only at national or policy level. Now let's see what is the current status of maternal health in some particular states. So as we can see, data-wise, states in southern region have performed well, and especially Kerala. It has improved way beyond the national average. And in the contrast of which we can see states like Madhya Pradesh with 173 number of deaths in per lakh, and then Uttar Pradesh. So you can see the data here. Uttar Pradesh with 167 number of deaths, and likewise. So what has led to such large number of maternal death? Let's see for higher number of maternal mortality ratio. So here are some causes. So there are various reasons for death of women during their reproductive age, and among them one would be severe bleeding, and then infections, high blood pressure during pregnancy, and then complications from delivery and unsafe abortion. Also, studies have shown that most deaths can be controlled and are curable if proper treatment is provided on time, which is possible by institutionalized delivery. So, what are the factors that prevent women from receiving or seeking care during pregnancy and childbirth? We can see that first would be the health system failures. हेल्थ सिस्टम फेलियर्स का मतलब कि डॉक्टर से लेकर हॉस्पिटल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, स्टाफ अवेलेबिलिटी, टेक्निकलिटी, ये सारी जितने फैक्टर्स का अवेलेबल ना हो पाना और अवेलेबल होने के बावजूद एक्सेस ना कर पाना, everything that leads to mismanagement or non-availability of resources for women. And then the social determinants, that is the social factor, would be first including income. Obviously, this is something basic treatment that shouldn't be allowed as a load on someone's pocket. And then access to education. Of course, why access to education? Because lack of education, it adversely affects women's health by limiting their knowledge about nutrition, birth spacing, and contraception. So now let's see some of the government initiatives that targets in implementing and improving the maternal mortality ratio and focuses mainly on maternal and child health. So the emphasis has been on ensuring a continuum of care to address maternal and child health in a holistic manner. How? Holistic manner, by which we mean that providing excellent healthcare facilities to pregnant women right from the very early stage of pregnancy to postpartum care. So, the schemes have been designed keeping in mind the requirement of a range of medical facilities, right from testing and regular checkups to facilities from smooth delivery and further on, like postnatal care of both mother and child. So, the first scheme would be Pradhan Mantri Surakshit Matritva Abhiyan. In this, the target is to improve the quality and coverage of diagnostics and counseling services, along with the assured, comprehensive, and quality antenatal care free of cost. And then Poshan Abhiyan, in which the target is for children and pregnant women and also lactating mothers to create awareness about nutrition. And likewise, the next scheme is Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandan Yojana. Here, the cash benefits are provided to pregnant women in their bank account directly so that they can meet the enhanced nutritional needs and partially compensate for wage loss. So, likewise, there are several other schemes and initiatives taken by the government. So, you guys can just go through this PDF, which will be uploaded on our website. So, as we can see, these initiatives by the government of India have definitely played an important role in increasing the number of institutional deliveries in the country. So, what we have seen is, despite notable progress in recent years, the country continues to face challenges in ensuring safe and healthy pregnancies for women. So, what are the efforts that can be taken and addressed to have a better maternal mortality? Now, let's focus on some way forwards. So, the first would be strengthening the healthcare infrastructure, especially in regions of states like Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, where we saw the maternal mortality ratio, the number of death is very high. And then there should be availability of skilled healthcare professionals, and after that a channelized investment is required in comprehensive reproductive and maternal healthcare. And then very important one is promoting education and awareness not only in reproductive health but also for family planning. And then collaborations among the government agencies and healthcare providers, like the various NGOs along with the international agencies, all these can uplift the altogether initiatives to a different level. So, till now, what we have learnt is addressing maternal mortality in India. It is not only a matter of healthcare but also a fundamental human right issue. So, every woman has a right to a safe and healthy pregnancy and childbirth, and it is the collective responsibility of society also to ensure that this right is upheld. And by prioritizing maternal health, investing in comprehensive health care, and tackling the underlying socio-economic and cultural factors, India and its society both can make significant strides in reducing maternal mortality. So yes, I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and you can find the PDF of this video on our website, the link of which will be mentioned in the description box. So thank you so much for your time and patience.